Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley Freeman and today we're going to be going through a beautiful full body sequence. For today's practice, I am going to be using a block, but if you don't have one, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. We can still do this flow. However, I would really suggest if you're going to invest in one piece of equipment to help support your practice and take it that little step further, a block would be it. All you're going to need is a safe, flat space. So when you're ready, let's get moving. Everybody, let's get started in a comfortable seated position. I personally like to sit up onto a block. It just gives your hips a little bit of extra space. Otherwise, feeling free to be seated on your mats. Just closing down your eyes for a moment if it feels comfortable for you, and just taking a few deep breaths, just allowing yourself to get centered and settled into your practice. Becoming present in your body, present in this moment. And feeling the groundedness through your hips with your next inhalation. Feel a rise and a lengthen up through your spine. And an exhalation softens your shoulders, softens through your face. As we take a deep breath in now, opening the eyes, arms rise overhead. And then just taking a little twist from the belly over to your left. Your right hand comes down onto your left thigh. Just a little bit of a twist here. Peeling open from your left shoulder, take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, release the gaze back to center. And we'll rise the arms back overhead. Again, lifting up and lengthening through the spine. And as we exhale, just taking that twist to the other side. Left hand to the right thigh. Peeling open from your right shoulder as we inhale, lifting up tall. And exhale, perhaps deepening the twist here. And then staying where we are, we're simply going to lift the right fingertips up and over and take a little side bend here. So staying grounded through both sit bones, both shoulders away from the ears. Reaching tall and lengthening through the right side of the body. One more deep breath in. And as we exhale, releasing, coming to the other side, right hand to the left thigh. As we inhale, left fingertips up and over. Again, grounding evenly through both sit bones. Reaching through those left fingertips. One more deep breath in here. As you exhale, releasing here, we'll make our way onto all fours. So just moving aside any blocks that you might have there. Shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Moving through a few rounds of cat-cow. As we inhale, belly drops, draw the heart forward. As you exhale, press away from the mat. Lift the space behind your heart. Release chin to chest. Let's go two more like this. Inhale with your breath. Gazing to the front of the mat. And as you exhale, press away from the earth. Releasing that neck. One more round here. Inhaling. And as you exhale, press away. Really articulating through your spine, warming into the body here. From here, just take a little moment to press away. Separate through the shoulder blades a little more. And then sit your hips back to your heels. Find child's pose, reaching the fingertips forward. Just a little moment here, perhaps you'd like to rock your hips from side to side. And as we inhale, make our way back onto all fours. Coming into a 2-point plank, extend your right toes backwards. And then using the back of the right leg, we lift up, keeping your hips square. Now, option to stay here, or if you'd like a little more, reach those left fingertips forward. So you feel we're engaging through the front of the body, the back of the body, and then lengthen the fingertips, point through your toe. We'll hold here for 3, 2, 1, and releasing back down to the earth, taking it to the other side. Left toes point back, using the back of the leg to lift, and perhaps staying here, squaring through your shoulders, squaring through your hips, or reaching the right fingertips forward. Lengthening through the back line and the front line of the body. We'll stay here for 3, 2, 1, and release. From here, tucking your toes, lifting your knees, we find a high plank position. Spread through the palms, your shoulders are over your wrists. Draw your heart forward. On your next exhalation, we press back to our downward facing dog. Hips high, long through the spine. Perhaps pedaling out here for a moment, opening into the backs of the legs. And remembering our sit bones are the peak of the pose in our downward facing dog. So perhaps keeping the knees a little bent to tilt that tailbone up a little higher. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, draw the right foot forward between the hands and lightly step it through. Take your back knee down, untuck your back toes. As you inhale, brush your fingertips reaching up towards the sky. Press back through your front heel and feel the rib cage wrapping towards the midline, your belly drawing in. And from here, maybe finding a little more depth. As we inhale, open your elbows out wide, lift through your heart space. And as you exhale, right arm threads underneath the left, perhaps coming into your eagle arms, or taking the left arm across the body, working into the back of that left shoulder. Drawing up through the front midline of the body, take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, releasing your bind or releasing your arms, taking your left hand down to the mat underneath your shoulder. Now you might want to take your hand onto your block here. As we inhale, the right arm reaches up and over, gazing towards your back fingertips. Keep lifting your heart here. And perhaps if that range is there for you, bending in through the left foot and opening through your left quad. Beautiful. We're still engaging through the belly. The heart is lifting to the top of the head. Take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, gently release that back foot. Take your right hand to your right hip. Keeping the left hand down on your block or perhaps on the ground. Tuck your back toes and we're going to slowly straighten through that front leg and come into a hamstring stretch on the right. Now an option here to draw those front toes back towards you or keep the foot down. We can also keep a little bend in this front leg if it feels like a little bit too much of a stretch for you. But continuing here to lift the heart forward and draw that right hip back so the hips are square. Beautiful. Taking a few more deep breaths, focusing on taking your breath down into any places that are feeling resistance in your body. One more inhalation here. And as you exhale, deep bend of the right knee, find your balance and rise the arms overhead. High lunge position. From here, we inhale, open the elbows wide, lift through your heart. As you exhale, hugging a deep, big beach ball in front of you, reaching forward, lengthen to the crown of your head. Twice more here. Inhale, draw the elbows back, lifting up through your heart. As we exhale, reaching forward, lengthening through the back line of your body. One more round. Inhale, press through your front heel to lift and open. And as you exhale, reaching forward, hold here for a moment. Taking the left hand down to the mat, right fingertips peel open, little easy twist here. Lifting up through the top fingertips, one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, right hand comes to frame the front foot. Slide the right foot back, we meet in downward facing dog position. Well done. So pedaling that out, perhaps shifting your hips from side to side. And then finding some stillness here. Triceps turning away from the ears. And pressing evenly down into your thumb and forefinger. Take a deep breath in. And then stepping the left foot forward between the hands. Taking the back knee down, untucking your back toes. Come onto your fingertips, look forward. And then brushing your arms overhead. From here, pressing back through the front heel. Draw the belly in, close through the ribs. And then lower down and soften through your hips. Enjoying that opening through the front of your right hip flexor, and then inhale, open the elbows out wide, lift your heart. And as you exhale, left arm underneath the right, either taking the right arm across the body or coming into our eagle arms. Beautiful. Wherever you are, continuing to draw the shoulders down away from the ears. And we want the feeling of the back knee drawing forward and the front heel drawing back. Take one more deep breath in wherever you are. And as you exhale, gently releasing your hands, taking the right hand down either to a block or onto the ground. As we inhale, left arm sweeps up and over. And we pause here, just working on finding that twist and lengthening through the spine. Or perhaps if it's available for you, drawing the right heel in towards your body. Keep lifting your heart, working on peeling open through the left shoulder. Beautiful. So wherever you are, just finding a little bit more lightness in the pose. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, releasing the left hand to the left hip. Take your block underneath your right shoulder, tuck the back toes, and start to straighten up through that front leg. So again, option to draw the toes back towards you, option to keep a little bend through this front knee, but we're trying to draw the left hip back and lengthen through the spine. And settling here for 3 more breaths. Smoothing out that exhalation. One more deep breath in. And as we exhale, bending through that front knee, finding your balance, and then rising the arms up overhead. Beautiful high lunge position. And inhale draws the elbows back, lifts through your heart. And exhale hugs that big beach ball in front of you. Really reach and lengthen through the fingertips and the back heel. Twice more with your breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale to reach. One more round, really stable and strong through those legs, through the core. Exhale to reach forward. Pause here for a moment. And then take your right hand down to the mat. Left fingertips reach high for an easy twist. Beautiful. Find lightness in the pose, using your legs, using your core. And as you exhale, left hand comes down. Rocking back and forth a few times, and step your right foot forward. We'll meet in a forward fold. Feet together or hip distance apart. We can keep the knees nice and bent here. Just really letting go of the neck, letting go of the shoulders. And releasing your hands down to the mat, slowly rolling all the way back up to standing. As we roll the shoulders up and away from the ears, and inhale, arms high. Exhale, sitting back to chair pose here. Hips back, keeping that distance between the belly and the thighs, drawing up through the midline of the body. Interlacing your fingertips under your chin, and inhale, press the palms towards the sky. Lift and lengthen up through your spine. Taking a little tilt over to the left here, grounding through both feet evenly. Inhaling back through center. And exhaling over to the right. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, heart leads as we fold all the way forward. From here, stepping your left foot all the way towards the back of the mat, then turn your left heel down. So your front heel and the arch of the back foot are in one line. Come onto your fingertips, press through the right heel, cartwheel your arms open to warrior two position. Beautiful. Gazing over your right fingertips. Deepening down here, feeling both thighs rolling out, external rotation. As we inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior, reaching through your right fingertips, keeping that deep bend through your front leg. Taking one more deep breath in here. And as we exhale, returning back to warrior two, cartwheel your hands forward, come onto your back toes. Rock back and forth a few times and step the left foot forward. We meet in forward folds. Beautiful. From here, let's step the right toes all the way towards the back of the mat. Turn your back heel down. Checking that alignment, the heel to the arch of the back foot. Pressing into your front heel, come onto your fingertips and fire through your legs to lift up to warrior two position. Beautiful. Settling here. Feeling that weight pouring into the outer blade of your back foot. Perhaps finding a little more deepness. As we inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior, lift and lengthen through the left side of the body. And as we exhale, returning back to our warrior two position. Cartwheeling the hands forward, come onto your back toes. Beautiful, rocking back and forth a few times, this time stepping the left foot back to meet the right. High plank position, draw your heart forward. Take a deep breath in here, shoulders over wrists, and then take your knees down to the mat, untuck your toes. Your elbows will brush back all the way past your body. We lower down to the mat with control. Taking your hands a little wider than your mat, come onto your fingertips. As we inhale, draw the shoulders back away from the ears, lift your heart forward, active through your glutes, your belly continues to draw in. as we exhale to lower down. Twice more like this with your own breath. Inhale, opening through the front of the body, but feel the back line of the body active as you exhale, lowering down. One more round, full length of your inhalation to rise. Full length of your exhalation to lower. Then take your hands back underneath your shoulders, press back to all fours, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg high. As you exhale, draw the knee forward, step the foot between the hands. From here, we're going to rise up into our high lunge position. Take your hands to your hips and then turn both toes to face towards the side of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, rising your arms up overhead and perhaps taking a little bend through your knees. As you exhale, the heart draws forward, hinging deeply from the hips, finding our wide-legged forward fold, releasing through the crown of the head. Inhale, we half lift, come onto the tips of the fingers, and exhale, we fold forward. Deep opening through the inner thighs, through the backs of the legs. And take one more deep breath in here. As you exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips. Now from the back of the heart, rise up to standing and take your heels in towards the midline. Beautiful. So you might want to bring your feet in a little bit closer so they're just a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Toes will be out at about a 45-degree angle. As we inhale, rise our arms overhead. And exhale, tailbone heading down, deep bend in your knees, goddess squat. Twice more like this. Inhaling to rise, press through the heels to lift. Exhaling to lower. One more round, inhaling to rise. And exhaling to lower. As we inhale to rise, this time reach as high as you can. And then take the hands to the hips, turning to the top of your mat, stepping forward. Moving through the flow one more time, hands down by your side, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, arms will rise, lift and lengthen through the waist. As you exhale, heart draws forward, hinge from your hips, release the crown of your head. Inhale, half lift, draw your palms to shins, roll the shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, plant your palms down, step 1 foot at a time back. We meet in a high plank position. Taking a deep breath in here through your nose. Option to take the knees down or keep them lifted. As you exhale, lower into chaturanga, heart draws forward, belly engaged. As you inhale, moving baby cobra or perhaps through upward facing dog, broaden through the front of the chest. And as we exhale, lifting the hips, pressing back to downward facing dog. Inhale, rise onto the toes, look forward between your hands. As you exhale, take a deep bend through the knees, then step 1 foot at a time towards the top of your mat. We'll meet in forward fold here. Inhale, half lift, draw your heart forward. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, brush your fingertips along the mat, rise up to standing, reaching tall. And exhale, taking your hands back to heart center, softening through your shoulders, softening through your chest. Taking a moment to look within, to notice how you're feeling, perhaps how your body's feeling. And thank you for joining me again today. And I'll see you again soon. Namaste.